This piece is called Dad. He died this year that I'm writing this, and I'm 5 days from the first Christmas since he died, so it's on the forefront of my mind. I say first Christmas since he died rather than first Christmas without him, because I haven't seen him on Christmas since 2008. It's 2024. 16 years ago, if my math is right. I didn't think about that until now. I remember him talking about Christmas when he was single, and how he would curl up like a baby in the floor and weep. I can't help but think that's what he did the last 12 Christmases of his life. Thinking of life from his point of view honestly makes me sad. It wasn't all that bad, though. When I was born, Dad had just about everything he wanted. A wife, a kid, representation in the church, and at the pregnancy care clinic. Fake clinic, a story we'll talk about later. And his own business. I could paint the picture of my infancy into a beautiful canvas, the first breaths of Daddy's little girl. I could also paint him to be a radical who would let his own child die than let go of his own beliefs. And both would be true. Looking at the photos of Dad holding me as a baby, you see a father who deeply loves his firstborn. He is attentive, involved, proud. As a baby, he would make silly faces at me, sticking his tongue out, and I would laugh. I loved him from day one. Throughout my life, I have truly loved and truly hated him. He's been my best friend and worst enemy, my first love and first heartbreak. But I wish I could go back and hug the father he was when I was little. He was the best, my favorite person. But when I was born, my parents were determined to breastfeed. I wouldn't take to it and lost a frightening amount of weight. As an infant, that's life-threatening. My aunt said I felt fragile, but my dad wouldn't put me on formula. At the risk of my own life, he would not allow it. Thankfully, he went to Europe for work, and my grandfather took Mom and me to the hospital. At that point, my dad had no choice in putting me on formula. I don't just hold that against my dad. My mom was compliant. All I ever wanted was to make Dad proud. I was willing to do whatever it took. When he said he liked a particular artist, I leaned into that and would listen to him more than any others. When I sent him an article I wrote about purity and he sent it to magazines across the U.S., I leaned into that and tried starting my own purity ministry, Keeping the Promise. The more extreme my views, the more proud he was. The more proud he was, the more I twisted and turned, ingratiating myself beyond an unhealthy point. I just wanted to make him proud. I don't know if I ever did. As an adult, especially leading into my 20s, I tried to become the opposite of him. Openly sex positive, abortion advocate, clinic defender, progressive, and my writing was used to explain why I left religion. I realized how much religious trauma I have, how badly it messed me up, and I realized I had been raised in a family cult. I tried so badly to get people to understand my pain, but what I really wanted was for my dad to, for my mom's family to. I wanted to be understood by those who raised me, by those who were related to me, and anyone who knew me. Somehow, I feel this drive to be the opposite of everything my dad was still just means I'm making choices because of him. I'm a daddy's girl to a fault, always have been, even now that he has passed. I'm still buying Snoopy things for Christmas and watching all the 007 movies in his honor. We hadn't had a relationship in years, but now that he is gone, he cannot traumatize or stalk me anymore. So I'm able to hold on to the good and fake the relationship now that I was denied before. Is that healthy? Perhaps just another form of denial? Maybe. I miss the dad I see in the pictures, the one that fills my first memories, the one that was proud just because I was his daughter and I existed.